Hey everyone, Jonesy here. So this is kind of a walk and talk kind of a night. It's a special night because whenever this is posted and goes live, this is actually going to be on Aimee and I's 25th year wedding anniversary. So I am specially going to make this all about her and us and just kind of reflect on our 25 years being married. We've been together longer than that. And I am just super excited. I love her so much. She's the world to me. She's given me two beautiful, bright, healthy two boys. A lifestyle and a wife that I couldn't imagine, being without. She's just, everything. She supports me with most of everything that I do. She might think that this vlogging is kind of silly here, but they say that whenever you retire, you don't retire from something, you retire to something. So I still have a ways till retirement, but we are soon to be empty nesters, and I really don't want to get too far ahead in this video, but it is never too early to start planning for retirement and all that stuff. But so let me take you back to the start. We both attended the University of Rio Grande in Rio Grande, Ohio. It's a very small community college in southeastern Ohio, and she's a year older than me, so she had started. What's up, boys?
What you doing? A vlog?
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing?
No.
No? Going to go play pickleball? Yep. All right. Enjoy. So that right there was Gavin, my youngest son, driving, and Gianluca. He is a foreign exchange student from Rome, Italy, and he's been a blast to hang out around. I've actually wanted him to have his family or someone ship over some real pizza ingredients from his hometown, and for us to make a true Italian pizza from scratch. And that's yet to happen. I think he's here for maybe two and a half more months, so we will see if that can happen or not. I don't know. But back to the anniversary, back to Aimee, back to me for our 25-year anniversary. So we met in college, and well, let me back up here real fast. So my mom, she's a redhead, and I've got tons of redheads in my family. And growing up, I had always said to my mom, I'm not marrying a redhead, only because she wanted me to date a redhead. And being a typical son, a typical child. It's just always said that, just kind of get on her nerves and just kind of, push at her a little bit, as a normal teenager would do. So fast forward to college, and so one night, Aimee and I, we end up at this dance, not together, but we just end up at this dance. And we meet each other, and after the dance, she was already part of a sorority, and I was starting to rush my fraternity at the time. And not too far down the road from the college is a truck stop that stays open pretty much 24/7, and they have really good food, particularly after you've been at a college dance all night and you're hungry and you want some breakfast at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, whatever it is. So Aimee and some of her sorority sisters are standing along this sidewalk area, and they're talking about, well, how are we going to get there? So, hey, I raised my hand. I said, I've got a car. I can fit everybody in. Let's go. I think at the time I had a Chevy Blazer. And so we walk over to the car, and, I make sure that she sits up front. And we get in, start the vehicle up, and I said, looked over at her and said, so tell me, tell me what your favorite song is. And whatever it was, I'm sorry, but I can't remember what that song is. But whatever it was, I had the single, which this is dating our age because it was the cassette tape. It was the single track cassette tape. And I had that in the radio, in the cassette player, and I hit play. And again, I had no clue. I had never met her before that night, let alone knew what the song was, but it was in my cassette player. It was the song. And yeah, you're probably hitting me up saying, well, Ryan, you should have remembered it. Well, maybe so, but not this time. So anyway, we get to the truck stop, and we have dinner and everything, or breakfast, and then we go on our merry way. Well, a couple of days later, we decided to go out on, and we decided to go out on an official date, and we went to a just a little restaurant across the river over in West Virginia. Had a really, really nice time, and from that point on, it just kind of led into a full-blown relationship. And so we dated for about a year and a half. Maybe it's closer to 2 years. And then we got engaged, and then we graduated. Then we got married a few years after we both graduated, and started our life together. And looking back over the 25 years, it's just been amazing. We have traveled. Our first year, thanks to my brother, who was part of a music ambassadors group. He was still in high school. Right after we got married, which was in 2000. And by the way, luckily enough, we picked the year 2000. So as long as I know what year it is, I shouldn't be able to screw up to remember how long we've been married for. So we got married in March of 2000. So it's now March 2025. So that keeps me in check too. Easy math. So anyway, so we went over to Europe for 2 weeks. Went to 6 or 7 different countries over the 2 weeks. Went to the top of the Eiffel Tower. Went to the Queen's Palace. Went to Switzerland. We pretty much went all the typical places that you wanted to go, except for Disneyland. We love the House of the Mouse, Disney, everything. And we had that one opportunity, because see, whenever we were overseas, we were sticking with the normal schedule that was laid out for the Music Ambassadors Group, because it had, it had the typical touristy things, laid out throughout the day. It had breakfast, lunch, and dinner already factored in. And we could have taken a day and gone to Disney. Wherever we were at the time, I think it was going to be like, maybe a 90-minute commute there. And I think that's kind of what kept us back from going. But now looking back, it's like, daggone it, we should have done it. We should have went to Disneyland Paris, but we didn't. So I guess all that means is just that we need to go back. We need to go back so that we can see a lot of those attractions and go to Disneyland Paris. So that was year one. So then fast forward to 2004, our first son, Ty, comes along. And boy, was I scared and nervous. And I had no clue what to expect. You know, she had babysat kids. She had already changed diapers and fed babies and just do all the baby stuff. Well, I'm a typical guy. Yeah, I might have held a baby here and there, but, you know, I've never changed a diaper or never done things like that. So anyway, so Ty comes along, and I'm scared and nervous and excited all at the same time. It was just a joy. So to go through that experience with her was just awesome. And then fast forward a few more years, 2007, Gavin comes along. And so then we had our two boys. And then from there, we've taken many trips to Disney. We have go to Universal Studios, been to the beach many times. Vegas, we've taken a number of trips out to Vegas. She took me there for my 40th birthday, and a couple other trips. One trip was actually bad and it's not because of my parents, but my parents, they actually took her and I out to Vegas before we had kids, and I don't know if I caught a bug on the plane or when I got sick, but I was deathly sick. And so here we are out at Vegas. We check into the hotel, and I am just barely making it to bed. All I want to do is I just want to go to bed, go to sleep. I was vomiting. Everything's coming out both ends. I mean, it was just awful. And I hung on for like 2 or 3 days, and we were only out there for a long weekend. I think we went out there on Thursday and came back on Sunday. And finally, the last day, I think I felt up to going out and having some dinner. But yeah, so we went to Vegas, and so she kind of went around with my parents for a while to hang out with them while I was back at the hotel sick. But oh well, see, we have lots of stories to tell. So, but anyway, I just wanted to take this moment and this time to say, Aimee, thank you for who you are. Thank you for everything that you've done for me, for supporting me throughout my life and my career, and thank you for raising our kids, turning them into young men, being the mother figure that every child could dream of, and thank you for being the perfect wife. And I truly mean that. There's only one time that we can both agree on that we've had an argument. Normal relationships, you disagree on things here and there and stuff, but it's been very, very easy. And so I want to thank you. I am proud of you. I am proud of us. I'm proud of our 25 years, and looking forward to another 25 plus. Just continue doing what we're doing. We're soon to be in that empty nester phase. So hopefully we can even find more time to make more time for the two of us to travel and to just do things that we haven't done spontaneously, and just see where life goes. It's kind of how we've lived life a lot of times. Been fortunate enough to make some certain decisions and investments throughout the way to just do things spontaneously and do things on the fly. thinking back during our honeymoon. So we got married March 18th, and we were just fresh out of college, starting our careers, and so we had very little money at all, and so we decided to go to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And Pigeon Forge, they have these dinner shows and certain entertainment, but in March, at least that time of the year, there was hardly anything open. They had a lot of the touristy gift shops and stuff, and most of the restaurants were open. But so what do? We pretty much played putt-putt. There were a few putt-putt courses that were open, and so we played putt-putt. But on the way there, our car broke down, and so we had to call AAA. Luckily enough, we had AAA, and the tow truck guy that pulls up in a single bed tow truck cab, and so it's her and I and him, and he hooks our car up, and we're heading toward town. I forget how long we had, maybe like another 2 hours to go, and he's got Elvis on, which Elvis is popular in that neck of the woods, so he starts singing his own little rendition along with the music, and he asked if hey, do you mind if I swing by the hotel and pick up my girlfriend's, whatever her name was? And so we just kind of looked at what choice do we have? So we pull into this hotel. It's a motel, the kind with the doors on the outside with the walk balcony. She squeezes in. So here's the four of us all squeezed in, and she starts singing along and tries to whistle along with him on the songs, and so we're just cracking up. And so we finally get to Pigeon Forge, and where they take our car is all the way up on top of the mountain, because there's a mountain everywhere there. And we go off the blacktop onto this gravel road, and this repair shop have roosters and chickens just roaming freely all the way around. The manager of the place, he's got probably 4 or 5 hickeys all over his neck, fresh ones. And then they say, yeah, it's going to be a few hours. We can have so-and-so take you back down the hill, take you to a Shoney's or somewhere for breakfast or lunch, whatever time it was. So we said, okay. So we get in the car, and as we're flying down this gravel hill pothole, just off-roading it, there was actually beer bottles that was stuck in between the back seat and the trunk that was just cleaning and clanging and all sorts of things. So we had a really interesting honeymoon. Again, it's a really great story to talk about and fond memory. But my advice on weddings is don't spend a lot on them. Save your money. Do a destination wedding. That's what I'd say. I'd say do a destination wedding, save your money, and then save your money up for starting your life, for your house, for your car, that type of thing. So, but I am thankful for my parents and Aimee's parents who helped us give us a beautiful wedding and all the facilities. So we are thankful for all that. And one other thing that I will note about our special relationship is that we have a special tradition on our anniversary, and we have kept the topper to our wedding cake, and we have not eaten the wedding cake. We have not eaten the topper. It is still in its original form, and it's got the flowers and everything on it. We've kept it in our freezer, and we have moved we have moved 4 times, so it has moved with us 4 times. Just recently, this past fall, I think it was, we lost electricity at our house for multiple days, and we were concerned about the steaks and the chicken and that type of thing that we had in our freezer, but we were more concerned, or equally concerned, of our wedding topper cake, because it has stayed with us all these years. So what we do is, on our anniversary day, we will take that, and it's still in this box, labeled and everything. We'll take the box and the cake out of the freezer. We'll open it up, open up the box, get a picture with the cake, and then seal the box back up, put it back in the freezer for another year. And what we've said is that whomever dies first, whoever's left standing, will then open up the box, get the cake out, probably let it thaw a little bit, and eat a piece of the cake. And so that's what we've said that we'd do. And I guess kind of our thinking behind that is that right after one of us dies, the next one will probably die real quickly, because we just ate a piece of, 50-year-old cake, or whatever, however old it's going to be, who knows. But so anyway, that's just kind of a fun tradition that we've done on our wedding anniversary, that I'm sure none of you can say that you have done. So again, I just want to thank you, love you, and let's keep the fire alive. Love you, babe.